Good morning to the Transparency live from Delphi. Live from Delphi, Indiana. There's Russ. Shout out to him. They see me rolling. They hate it. I was playing some lovely songs for you guys on the way in. Did you guys not hear those lovely songs?
I heard something.
I was blasting Mace. A little bit of 1996. Good to see you, Rick. I parked right next to your car. Good to see you. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Me so.
Where we got? Okay, yep. Number 5 in the house. Oh my gosh.
I know, look at my little mini chair. Doesn't even fit my backpack.
Andrea, where did you get this chair from? It's so cute.
I have no idea.
Andrea has little fans. That is awesome.
Well, trust me, I am not that petite.
Oh God, look, you guys, good morning. I parked next to the white van, guys. Don't worry, I took one for the team. Oh gosh. Look at no one's down here. It's so peaceful. I mean, there's people in their cars. But everybody get breakfast this morning? Anybody?
I don't know.
Did everybody eat? What are we thinking? Verdict or Tuesday?
Who knows?
You know, I stopped guessing.
I know.
I don't think I can keep that van another day.
They're gonna think you stole it. Again, good morning. Those of you guys working and listening, make sure you get those cubicles. Put your earbuds in. That way your bosses don't know what you're doing. So we need a weather check. What do you think the temp is out here today?
Right now, maybe 50.
You think it's 50 right now?
Yeah.
Well, I like this game.
Okay, I don't think it's 50. I'm gonna go with 44.
Any other takers?
If it's 50.
I know what it is.
No.
Oh, you just looked, cheater.
Me?
No.
Because I cheated.
Andrea says 50. I go 44. Price is right. So if you go over, you're out of the game.
Oh, if this price is right, then.
$1. I'm going with $1.
I'll say 47.
I'm going 1 degree, Bob.
You both are over. It's 43.
Oh, mine was over by 1.
Close.
Oh.
Because you want to make it about prices right.
You guys, that's my favorite game show. Like, what's your favorite? Like, that or Family Feud? I mean, I can't decide.
Bob's
Family
Beauties.
Feud's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like some of the answers on there because
Yeah.
they're pretty telling.
Yeah. So
I come in all the time. My girlfriend.
today, right now, it is 43 degrees. He is in shorts. Just we're doing a pants and shorts check-in. I love it. Shorts all day, baby. Oh yeah, love it. We got some truth cold warriors out here.
So right now, think of it in for every country. My answer is elephant, like in my head.
Yep.
What are types of people?
Hey, Lana, it's Melissa. Hey, Lana, it's Melissa Beck's hung jury. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be hung. I think they want to get a verdict. They do. So here we go. Strength, courage, hope. February 13th, the day that changed so much. Delphi Strong, Abigail Williams, Liberty German, Delphi Strong. These are really pretty. Whoever made these did a really good job. Really good handwriting too. Like it. I'm praying. Today's Happy Veterans Day. Gratitude to those. So 11/11, make a wish all day, you guys. You guys make a wish all day today. I know what Kathy Allen's wishing for. So 11/11, make a wish all day. How about 11/11 at 11/11? It is. I'm gonna have to get my. Let's do another chair check-in. Look at Andrea's chair. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Andrea, I think you have to try to sit in that.
That chair was not here for this chair the other night.
No, that's why I want to know who changed it. Yeah.
This is not
Look
our
at how
tape
sweet these are that we put up.
We did all the taping. That is not our tape work.
Yeah. You guys, it's so calm right now. I love it. Look at the sun. It's rising. Did Andrew's chairs ring? I have no idea who replaced it with a little kid chair. It's so funny. Somebody did, though. Good morning. Again, we're just giving good mornings to everybody. So, again, this is your morning check-in. Oh, yes.
I was over in France Park yesterday.
You do? You figured it out? You did?
I got a picture of what proves it.
No. Shut up. That could be worth some cheddar.
I'm really curious about your friend.
Let's see, look at our hands, too. Oh, our little hands.
No, seriously, he was saying this is
Yeah, they were married. Yeah, but we don't know if that person's related.
Yeah,
That's
I was like, that's not
Are you sure? 100%. 100%. Because you were trying to connect those two then. That's so show that to Bella because that's what we couldn't connect. We couldn't get that confirmed. We had that, but we couldn't confirm.
I got it off of Props Live last night.
Okay. Well, that's the only thing that we can't connect.
But I trust Prop. Okay.
Okay.
I trust.
500 people hit that thumbs up. It's that Rick guy. Again, we're doing a check-in with Andrea's chair. It did shrink. I will lose all faith in the U.S. justice system, too, if we can't get reasonable doubt. It's just, I mean, if this isn't reasonable doubt, I don't know what case is. It's kind of like Karen Reed case. You know. Hope everybody is well rested.
Who's that guy?
It's all calm, though. Look at the calmness. Everybody's calm. People probably won't start rolling in till, I don't know, 9. There's spots over there open for the lovely agents who have kept us all safe, so kudos to them. Courthouse opened at 8 today. The courthouse is open. You know, people that were asking, like, is the courthouse closed because it's Veterans Day? It's open. The state gave me reasonable doubt. Yeah. The investigation. Hey, Dr. Latina, how are you? Good morning. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Save the clock tower. That clock is only right 2 times a day, okay? That clock is only right. Lana, your timeline video last night was absolutely brilliant. And you know, I love your heart and dedication. Thank you. I appreciate the comment. Woo-wee. Yeah, I haven't followed the Young. I haven't followed his trial, but I heard it was a lot of crazy stuff going on over there. Is the line over, or is it my connection? The live is definitely not over. Looks like a beautiful day. It looks like a beautiful day for American justice system to prevail. $11:11, baby. It's 9 a.m. deliberations resume. So came down, wanted to get the check-in, and we're gonna do our famous stroll on to the I've tried every day to go down to this church. We'll try it one more time. But this is our morning check-in. Let everybody know that everybody is watching Delphi, Indiana. You know, I wonder what day of this trial the jurors realized, how high profile this was. I mean, maybe they realized it before the days of coming over here when they were told that they were going to be sequestered. And so, good morning. So let's go this way. God, it's freezing. I'm gonna have to put on some gloves. I've been bare handing it, not bare backing it, but bare handing it. You guys know they came out with a new Fireball flavor, Fireball Apple. It's got the green tops. I wonder if people are pouring those in their apple ciders. Never heard of Grub Grabber before, but look at that. So we'll go down and help me, Ron. I loved your research. You did. Totally makes sense. I also saw a guy who proved that BG was over 6 feet tall. Yeah. Richard Allen's tiny. I mean, even when he was, grounder, he's still tiny. Like, just because he lost weight doesn't mean he shrunk. So I just, got to kind of chuckle when people talk about that he was so much bigger back then. Yeah, but he didn't shrink, guys. He didn't shrink. He's still 5'4". He's tiny. Anyways, this is the church. So get a quick prayer in for all the families. To think that they have to do this again. Ugh. Ugh. It's just, man. St. Joseph Catholic Church, Saturday, Sunday. They don't have the doors ever open to just come in, light a candle or anything. Oh, God. .55 and 180 is an able man. Yeah, well. Thank you for being out there to keep Still in Pajamas informed. You're welcome. What's up? What's up? Truth Uncensored. Oh, my hands are getting red way too fast. You guys, I'm working on my JLR hands. Here we go, right here. Take a look. How's that working out for everybody? And here we have it. Cat Aussie Girl, 799, thank you so much. Damn. Today's definitely a little bit nippier out here. How many people truly out there think that this would be like that there is even a prayer for a guilty verdict at this rate? I just personally feel like we've moved out of that coming back with a guilty verdict. You're looking at either a not guilty or hung, but what do I know? I just don't see juror 6 convicting Richard Allen. I just believe that that's Richard Allen's pulse, his heartbeat, his juror 6. And then I think there's a couple other ones that'd be pretty close to that. And this is just by hearing the questions, watching the reactions. A lot of people could be in the shoes of Richard Allen. I can tell you what I think that this case has probably said. Hey, if you know something, you need to not come forward. If you were somewhere, you know. We want those of you guys that were on that bridge or at the park that day to come forward. You know, isn't it crazy to think that since there was unknown female DNA that's still to this day not known, that all the women that came forward, that none of their DNAs would have been checked? Like they were at the same place at the same time as the girls. If that was a guy, what would have happened? That's wild to me. You know, think about that. If any of those witnesses were dudes, how would they have been treated? Crazy, huh? And now even knowing that there was female unknown DNA besides Kelsey's. Let that sink in. So good morning. This is our morning check-in. Those of you guys will be following along. Delphi, Indiana. Thank you so much. Freckled Joy, new membership. Free Rick says Jen. Thank you so much, Jen. How are you, love? Hopefully you're doing well. What's up, Murky? All the mods. Lady Di. So.
That's where my son works.
Cute little town.
My daughter lived there for a few years too.
Forensic. NG. Again, this is the only entrance to get in and out. Everything else is closed down if you're just joining us. To the left-hand side, it's always been mainstream media with their cameras. And then here to the right has been the people that have been waiting in line for the public, as well as podcasters, YouTubers, just the public. There you go. Take a nice little seat here. So we put a little trash can up there.
I know, that was the best idea
What?
ever.
Wasn't it? I was like, that's cute. Watch, people still won't be able to do it. We got some lazy mofos up in here. Right? You know I ain't lying. Like, I walk around like I was here the other day.
You have that everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? How hard? There's a garbage literally right across from you. And somebody just leaves it. And I'm like, so it is what it is. Perry, thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you. Sorry, I was... Lindsay, thank you so much, super sticker. My fingers aren't hitting well on these. It's 8:28 in Delphi, probably. Rex, how have you been, Rex? Love your little alien faces. I think Rex is a Hoosier. I think everybody's being kind to everybody. To me, I don't care what you think or how you feel, you know. It's if we're going based off of the juror instructions and off of the way that our justice system is, you know, innocent until proven guilty, and then you have the reasonable doubt. And if anybody truly sat in that courtroom for this whole 17 days of evidence, then there's no way that you can walk out of that room. You may think he did it, that's fine, but you could never convict this man off of the evidence that you saw in that room. And if you can, then you're lying to yourself, because there's a reasonable doubt all over this. Can you guys imagine being a juror sitting in on there and hearing that your first 3 months of the investigation, you don't have any of those interviews? Wouldn't you say, excuse me? Like, what? Oh, jeez. I mean, it doesn't matter if it would be Richard Allen. It doesn't matter who would be in Richard Allen's position right now. Nobody. It's going to be hard to convict anybody in this case because of what happened with the investigation. And I will be doing a live tonight if there is no verdict on. And I'll probably still do it at some point because I want to go back and talk about the probable cause affidavit and how the families went out and raised 40,000 signatures to try to keep that probable cause affidavit sealed from the public. I just want everybody to be reminded of that. Remember the probable cause affidavit? They worked hard, and the family went out on social media and asked people to sign this petition to keep the probable cause affidavit sealed from the public. Okay, and that's when everybody was saying, and even Nick McClelland is saying that there is somebody else involved. And you're telling me that the defense could not use that here today in the past 17 days of putting on evidence? That is wild, you guys. Absolutely unbelievable. So I went back and watched all that stuff from 2 years ago.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you too. You too. Lisa, thank you so much.
Aw.
Morning, Lee.
Hey, how are you?
Lawyer Lee in the house. Good morning. Doing our check-ins here. Lawyer Lee's here. Beautiful soul. Thank you for being here. Some really good people down here, man. I'll tell you what, I don't mind being here when we're sitting next to the likes of people like Andrea, people like Lee, people like Rick. And here's my hand signal.
If I'd have known you were as cool as you are, I probably would have made friends with you a lot longer.
That's why I say don't believe everything you hear on the internet.
I wasn't even sure who you were. I'd always heard of Truth and Transparency, but I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
And I've heard of Lana, but I didn't know who that was.
Oh, you couldn't connect the two.
And I know I've seen you in court before.
Oh, before you got ridiculous. Yeah, I was there in March. Yeah. That's why I spoke on that, because I was like, I was in that room. There was nothing that happened inside that courtroom. So whatever happened out here, I'm sorry, but it should have nothing to do with in there. But you have landed some of your DNA. Yeah, sure, hit the DNA button. They should just call it the DNA button from now on. Lawyer Lee, there she is. Yes. Holman testified that it would cost $10,000 for a height analysis of BG. This would, yeah. Just when you hear somebody say that, and then you say that you don't have the funds. They had $4.2 million. I can't wait to see this FOIA return on how the money was spent. The $4.2 million. I still want to know about the $20,000 that was spent on IGG, and was it used to rule out one of their own? I guess that's what I think it was. Because why else would you run it through your database again? What time does the jury get here? Great question there. Normally, they'll ask people to walk. If anybody's standing over there, they'll ask people to walk and be over here when the buses and the vans are coming through. There's one of my faves. Good morning, love. Look at us braving it out, man. Who would have thought we'd still be here on Monday? I didn't. I thought we would have had, there's just no way.
I didn't think we were going to be here Saturday.
Yeah. So what else was, oh yeah. So as far as like the time goes, I wouldn't be surprised if they get here like, 8:50, get up to the room. Because remember, they can't do any type of deliberating until they're here. It's not like they can do it at the hotel or anything like that. And remember, guys, the rules changed a little bit once it became that they're deliberating after they've gotten the case. So they lost their electronics. Their room does not have television. They don't have phone. When you talk about being sequestered here, like they were able to before check their email and talk to family at, there's a set time in the evening that they were able to do those things and like function a little bit, pay bills online, stuff like that. That's just not happening now. So. Hello from Australia. What time is it there in Australia? Just wondering. God. I gotta get my cowbell out, man. 20 gifts. K Miller in the house. I was like, who's dropping that 20 bomb? I was like, okay, hold on. It's never too early. K Miller turning everybody. Yes, Andrea. There's an Andrea sighting over there. Lawyer Lee sighting over here. K Miller turning the whole chat green. Mucho. Oh, it's 11:30 there. Thank you. Justice and how about today's Veterans Day? Thank you to all our veterans. Yes, thank you to our veterans. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, veterans. 11:11, make a wish. 11:11, make a wish. I wish for justice. I wish for our criminal justice system to show me that we are still the United States of America. Show me, baby. Show me, baby. Show me. Thank you to all the men and women that have served. There's a Julie sighting. There's a Julie sighting.
Hi, I just got off of a 24-hour shift.
And oh my gosh,
I just drove here.
look at back at it.
I was up.
So you haven't slept yet, have you?
I haven't had much to drink in the last almost 10 days.
Oh my gosh.
Water.
Yeah.
No sleep.
Should I walk over and get us some waters? Thank you to all who have served and all those who love and support them. Thank you. Yes. I want our veterans to protect our schools. I think that that's the job that Homeland Security should take over our schools, and veterans that come home should be what they are in charge of. That sense of pride and protecting us, and that could carry over when I see our vets homeless, and that's not okay. So there's got to be something we can do, and that was one of the things I was advocating for, is that our veterans work with Homeland Security and protect our schools, protect our babies, like we protect our money. Okay, how do we protect our banks? Come on, man. Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, if they haven't, I guess you know what?
Thank you to my dad who served 21 years, and today is his birthday. Oh, happy birthday! Good morning. Good morning. Yes, thank you. Yes, Richard served.
Okay, so it's a puppy. It's a puppy.
Delphi nice and quiet this morning. Peaceful. Does anybody do a veterans parade anymore? Do they have that anywhere? Nope. Keep it classy down here. When you got the classy human beings here, you check the riff-raff at the door. Bring the class. Okay. You could have a parade around the courthouse right now. We sure could, actually. Virginia does? Okay, good. Inspector Gadget says, today is the day for the verdict. My gut's saying not guilty. Happy Veterans Day. If Richard Allen was given a not guilty on Veterans Day, that would be so amazing. 10 gifts. Dana, thank you so much. Turn in the chat. Green. Kelly Mack, 5 memberships. Boom, boom, boom. People think I'm nuts down here. Hey, ringing that bell, baby. More cowbell. Thank you. A new member there. MI Passenger 33. Welcome. Woohoo! The world is watching.
Because I feel like there's something connected. I don't know what it is. I think there's something connected.
In order to get one of those memberships, remember, YouTube just randomly selects it, so it's not like I pick or whoever got them for people pick. It's all random. You just have to turn on your to be able to accept those memberships. And I am not even, if the mods know how to do that. By the way, by our count, I have it at 13 hours and 30 or 12 hours and 37 minutes. So 12 hours and 37 minutes or 13 hours and 37 minutes. So once they start, like, back here, that's that's the clock. And from what I've talked to people about, it's for every day that you had court, it's like 1 hour worth of deliberating. So if there were 17 days here, that'd be like 17 hours. When you get past 17 hours, that's when, so we're not there yet. Today would take us to that point. So, because I think I have it at 12 hours and 37 minutes. I think I put it in the description of the video. Nat says, I have a sense of peace and calm today. I hope what is supposed to happen happens. Me too. Salute to all the veterans. Yeah, the courthouse is open. Honey to the Beef gifted 5 memberships. Cheers. Woohoo! Why be so nosy gifted 5 memberships. Click. Hands are freezing. I can't even eat this thing. Here you go. Look at these ready. Fingers. There you go. Got it. Okay. Is it Capelli? Did I say that right? Welcome. Capelli became a new member. Welcome. I have to go get my gloves. I know. Frumplet Feet says, I'm not sure how they could come up with a guilty verdict when they only got half of the evidence, right? I can't disagree with that. That's what reasonable that is. What time is it there in Delphi? It's approaching 9. What time do you have, Julie? What time do you have? Excuse me. Sorry. What time do you have there?
8:45.
8:45. So this is about the time that the jury would arrive. And they usually have, like, if you were down there video recording or, taking pictures or something like that, they'd ask you to come this way. So yeah, it's a 9 to 4 day. So. So nowhere near so far. It is Monday. It is Veterans Day, but nowhere near the numbers that it was, on Friday and even Saturday. as far as being out here early in the morning yet. I would expect people to come out uh, probably a couple hours into 9 o'clock. So I would say right before the lunch hour, maybe like 11, you're going to see it fill up. But I could be wrong. So deliberations start at 9. That's correct. And so what I do is I have a couple different lives set up. So this was the morning check-in, part 1. And then I have another live that's going to start then at 11. But what I'll be doing is if something is breaking, and I'll go in and fire it up early. So I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, I want some green tea.
Are you serious? But I don't want to go to. I don't want to go to the depot. Like if buttermilk is open. Let me see. I'd rather go there.
Yeah. Scary. Oh, thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jen. When I use StreamYard on the side, I can't see. So does it tell you guys what it's at? Because that's the only thing that stinks over here on when I'm using the StreamYard to do it. It's so hard to see. Like if I was at my computer, I could be doing different views. And some of this stuff goes way too fast for me. Andrea, how did you spend your day off?
I rested and I cleaned up where I'm staying and I did a bunch of reading and I went and
Any boxing?
I didn't box. I went over to France Park and hiked around.
Oh, where's that at?
It's outside of Logansport.
We
okay.
used to go swimming there as kids.
It's
That was our thing.
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
You jump off the cliffs.
Really?
Yeah. Cliff jump. Yeah, be careful because there was plenty of accidents when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So it was just like another treated like you were in Washington type of day.
Yeah.
So you did some reading. What kind of books are you reading?
Well, I'm just reading, like catching up on some stuff.
Indiana law.
Indiana law, like the case against, the one that Luttrell was the defendant in. All that kind of stuff. Just all the little side things that I'd like to follow up on.
Nice.
Catching up on my email.
I bet you that's been blowing up. No.
All right.
So.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Andrea's voice calms me, says the crowd. Andrea, they fall asleep to your voice. There you go. Andrea, do some audiobooks. What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh. So.
Do you want me to grab something from there?
I'll go here in a little bit. You can go right now.
I need like something.
I'm gonna go get some gloves too.
Oh, are you gonna go to the?
Yeah.
Because I want to grab something to cover my butt.
Okay.
Like the trench.
Oh, okay.
And my gloves are in there.
Do you need help with that? Your car? Is that your car? Okay.
Oh, cleaning it off?
Oh, I didn't know what was on it.
I spilled coffee.
Oh, okay. I didn't know something was wrong with it.
My fingers are too cold and I just knocked it
Oh.
over.
Good. I thought something was steaming.
I wish.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
So.
Well, we made peace, but it's a detente.
We didn't turn it all acid green for no reason, leave a DNA, baby. Oh, God, girl. Did you go again? I gotta shake it. Trust me. I want to know when the chants are going to happen, guys. You know, they were able to chant Free Karen Reed. I don't know if I'm going to have to chant a couple chants. You know. Just Free Karen Reed has a nice ring to it, you know. Free Karen Reed, you know. It has a really good flow. You know, every time I hear ebb and flow now, this case had a really ebb and flow. Who said it? I should do a Delphi trivia at the noon hour. Come up with some trivia questions for you guys. Oh my gosh, Meg P says, I just had to give my hubby the cliff notes of this trial as he just stares at me. I swear cases cause separation. That's funny.
I could do it a lot better when I didn't.
Yeah, well, I've been attending the trials during the 17 days of evidence. Oh, Day, welcome. Lana, do you know the parents of Libby and Abby? I don't know them personally. I just pray for them. Pray for everybody. I couldn't imagine doing this again. I couldn't imagine doing it the first time, you know. But the criminal justice system says we're supposed to put those, you know, we have to put our feelings aside and go based off of the evidence. And I didn't go and get a criminal justice background and not advocate for it then like that. Just in our criminal justice system, the jurors that take the oath, they are instructed a certain way, and based off of those jurors' instructions, I don't see how you couldn't be voting not guilty based off of just reasonable doubt. So I think that maybe there can be a push to see if the juror forms could ever change, because maybe people, when they see the words, you know, not guilty and guilty versus saying there's a box that could be just reasonable doubt and that's why I'm voting that way, maybe that would help. So
Your hands staying warm?
oh, not really. I'm to the point that I can't feel them. That's where you get like, yeah, it's like a skiing good day, you know?
I was trying to type and I'm like, not
right?
working very well.
Absolutely. So. No, I'm not eating anything. I'm sucking on something. Why eat when you can suck? So many haters this morning. I love it. Leroy's Law and Crime LLC says, so many haters this morning. See y'all asses out. You know what I say? If you don't got haters, you ain't doing something right. You know? The day I would ever watch something that I don't want to watch is just, wow. I could never imagine taking my Sunday and watching NASCAR. Okay? I don't like NASCAR. I would never watch it. But I definitely wouldn't go and find NASCAR lives and go in there. Wild. Oh. Yeah, they do. What's up, Goose? Sleuthy, what are you thinking? What do you think about the timeline? What do you think about that 218 and 225? How important is that? If you guys didn't see, I did a video last night pointing out, because I've wasted, I don't know, 17 reams of paper on Andrea's lives that I've transcribed and then printed. And I get this magical number that says, okay, today this live is only 102 pages that you have to print off. So, but 218 to 225, you know, they're on the bridge making the video at 2:13 and 52 seconds to 2:14 and, you know, 20 some seconds. And then the phone is not moving in terms of steps from 218 to 225. And that pretty much puts a huge problem into getting over to that crime scene without using that time period to be able to walk and get over there for the phone then to be in its final resting position at 2:31 and 52 4 flights of stairs, which I don't know how you're going to go up, you know. So all that though right there. Mm-mm. I also do know that the service out there is spotty, shady. I have T-Mobile right now, and there's certain spots that I know that are just not good with service. But I had service at the crime scene. I had service on the bridge. It was like little spots in between those. When you were a time in my business waiting to happen. Thank you. um, I think that people should take another look at walking across when you do cross the bridge. That you don't have to go down. You know what I mean? You can continue just straight, and it would take you, as you can see, not that far away from where there's paths, there's houses, there's cars. And I think it is definitely plausible that the girls got into a vehicle, or at least that phone got into some type of a vehicle by 12:18. And then you can look at Betsy Blair's car that's on, she's leaving at 12:18. Just really interesting, you know, when you put everybody's movements on a map and then you move them, you move everybody as what their testimony was. And when you show that and you look at it in a big old ball all together and the movements, so. 100% sweet and salty said the phone is not proof of life either or owner carrying it. Hi, Defense Podcast. Where you at? Look at my hands here. Get out here, Bob. I don't even know. Maybe it's Allie. Whoever it is. Hi, Bob. Hi, Allie. We love you over here. Like I said, I love all the camaraderie that this case has shown me. That people can have their opinions, but how you can't knock the hustle. You cannot not have respect for the people that came out here every day, or as many days as that they could, with their lives. People are moms, people are dads. So
I'm gonna go turn the heat on my feet, warm my feet up.
I was told that in Indiana they have a year to decide whether or not they're going to prosecute again. Did you get any confirmation then, Andrea? Does Indiana have a year to decide? Is it like Boston or Massachusetts, rather?
It's just a reasonable time, and so the suggestion is that he can invoke speedy trial again. They would have to set it within 70 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that would be a move that you'd probably want to make if you're, or no?
I mean, I would think, but
I would.
It depends on if they want to take more time now to follow up on
some of the stuff.
Trial.
Interesting. I don't know if you guys got to hear that. I just asked Andrea about how long, because like for Karen Reed, and I only mentioned that because that was the last case that kind of covered through the entirety of a case where they had a year, the Commonwealth, to bring charges again. And you guys saw that they did it relatively quickly, that they were saying that they were going to recharge her. So what Andrea was just saying, that let's say that you're supposed to be doing it in a reasonable amount of time, but Richard Allen could invoke speedy trial once that happens, which is 70 days out then. So people that are wondering and saying that Rick wouldn't be able to last, in county, or if he was put in prison again, well, it's an interesting avenue that if you invoke speedy, but also depending on what could have possibly come out from this trial, that if you want to follow up on things or who you maybe would need to go and get. It's really sad to hear that and to see, for example, Ryan Koberger, he's already to the point that he has over 16 to 20 experts that have been, retained and are getting paid for his defense. He has a public defender, really good one. She's putting together a really good team. But I haven't seen yet or heard of anything being denied of him not being able to get the funding for what he needs. And so then you hear and you see Richard Allen's situation, and from even the testimony inside the courtroom is that, more or less that they didn't have time and they didn't have money, and that's why things weren't getting done. And I just think that's really sad when you think about it, when you compare it to other cases. Melissa, I'm out here doing God's work. What God's saying, put on some gloves, woman. Once this is over, also, I want to talk a little bit more about the fact that Richard Allen was never arraigned. Okay? I don't know if people know that or not. That was something that I'm just like, wow. But when I went back and I spent my day watching a lot of the old videos and the old press conferences, or just the old updates, and you guys remember all the stuff that was going around. Everyone was so worried about trying to keep the probable cause sealed. That Richard Allen just was never arraigned. Like, wow. And then I think about my dad answering questions if, like, a law enforcement, officer was going to ask my dad questions on how he would answer. And it's just like my dad would not be ripping off, like, timelines. Like, he'd be talking matter of fact, like. And so I could see someone like my dad, or probably a lot of our dads, answering questions, not realizing that they're pinning you down and thinking that it's just like, wait a second, I'm over here just spitballing stuff to you guys. And here it's being used as like this official, like, set in stone type of, it's just interesting. Rex says, remember, this is the Bible Belt. Well, in my 11 years of Catholic schooling. What's up, True Crime Cafe? My Dago over there, look out. Good to see you in here, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well. Just so you guys see, it's nice and, quiet over here. Andrea shrunk a little bit. Look at her chair now. Don't know who changed it out. Hi. It's Lana.
Lana, I loved your timeline yesterday.
Thank you.
Night. It
thank
was
you so
excellent.
Much. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate
Very
that.
good.
I appreciate that. Are you the better half?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I didn't mean it.
No. He's my brother, though.
Oh,
Don't
he
we look
is?
alike?
Are you guys?
No, but we look alike.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I just thought you guys were married. I'm
No.
like,
I met him at,
We just met a week
yeah.
ago.
A couple weeks
On
ago
Tinder?
here. No. Stop. No, it was Grindr.
it was Bumblebee or Bumble or whatever
that
it's called.
is.
Oh, that's funny.
Craigslist, straight from Craigslist, backdoor. I'm getting paid.
No, I met her
Well.
at a strip club.
Bring a song.
Right,
Bring
yeah.
a song. That's
I
a
was-
song.
Bring a song.
And I was the one stripping.
Oh, good.
For the record, and I'm on here live, but
So is
Beach
she.
Bum! Thank you so much, Beach Bum. Oh, thank you. That's Lana from Truth and Transparency.
Hi.
You have to go watch her timeline.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Because,
So here, as you can see, it's starting to fill up a little bit. There's the famous gazebo. Sun's coming out. No rain. Another beautiful day in the sky here. Okay. There you go.
Political outrage.
Justice for Abby and Libby. Richard, absolutely. Okay. We'll come down here.
Oh, I'm going in Karen's spot. Sorry.
why did they go back to put it?
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, there it is. That's a sweet flag. Whoever flag this is awesome, by the way. I don't know who put it out there. That's sweet. Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. Thank you. Are you, do you serve?
I did not.
Okay, well, if any of your fellow,
Yes, a couple of them have.
okay, give them our best, okay? Tell them thank you. I'm telling you guys, been the safest place. Nothing but round the clock. What do you call it? There's been 36 agencies, I think, but I felt like it's been 1-to-1. So this is where jury comes in, Richard Allen comes in. There's the black stuff the black stuff. There's the fence with the black lining. But this is where they come in and out. It's always protected, sealed, and then when they're coming and going, they let all of us know. So then anybody that's over here, they just ask that we go over here, because obviously we're not filming. But they come in vans and they back them up, and they back up the vans, the jury vans, and they'll go into that side. So. Notice how I walked past Abby and Libby. Oh, that's because I did that earlier. That was an addition. That was a new sign. Why wouldn't I want justice for Abby and Libby? You don't get justice, though, by convicting, by just convicting anybody, honey. That's like, actually, do you think Abby and Libby would want that? No, I'm sorry. That's not justice. Justice comes from due process. Due process comes from a very damn good investigation, not a compromise, not one that loses 3 months worth of evidence in the first 3 months of interviews. Not one that's cherry picking what's in and what's out. Not one that violates yours and mine rights. Okay? I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in our U.S. Constitution. I'm proud to live in the United States of America. I'd fight for your rights just like I'd fight for anybody else's rights, because they're my rights. I'm advocating for our rights. And I'm advocating that we get the right person. And the courtroom, it was just all about reasonable doubt. Okay. So. If I was the families, I probably would have sued the police because of all of this crap. I mean, who else could you be mad at when you're missing all these interviews? Can't be mad at anybody other than the people that were doing the investigating. So, sorry guys. I was trying to look at my okay. This trial is messing up my sleep patterns. Whoever said that, that's funny. Again, thank you so much for being here, Connie. Thank you. Haters spinning venom because they all know we are right and they are wrong. Petty humans don't accept facts and don't use critical thinking skills. Thank you there. I think that's Kaz. A to Z gifted 5 Truth and Transparency memberships. Thank you so much. If the time don't fit, you must quit. Yeah, something like that. Oh, thank you, Kit Kat. Appreciate that. Walking back on over. What can we do to change the jury forms to add unproven? I think it would be nice that maybe the jurors can have, when they're doing, maybe it's just a psychological thing that you want to see that you're checking, reasonable doubt. Maybe if you saw that box, that it would help you as a human being process that, because a lot of people can say, well, I think he's, innocent, or I think he's guilty, or, I appreciate how you think and I appreciate that, but our job here are our jury instructions. And our jury instructions say, for example, if there are 2 pieces of evidence, okay, when comparing, let's even say just the bullet. there are two pieces of evidence and they contradict each other, you're supposed to give the weight of the evidence in the light most favorable to the defendant. So the bullet, eyewitness statements, then the phone. You just can't go and say, the phone says that the jack was used, input, output at 5:45 input, and then output at 10:32. Okay? That completely contradicts, and that's only done by human. All right? Because there is no evidence that says that phone was water damaged. And if they cared so much about proving that, then that's what they would have done over the 7.5 years. Okay? So the evidence most favorable to the defendant would be that the phone, in fact, input, output at 5:45 and output at 10:32. There's no defensive wounds. That the video that they're looking at, nobody's screaming. You cannot see anybody getting abducted. There's no kidnapping on that video. So this is just if you're doing your job with the jury instructions. This is what we were instructed to do. And so my biggest thing is I would not be going around trying to change people's minds in there. I'd be validating opinions. I'd be validating what you're saying. And then I would look around the room and I would say to everybody, do you see how that's possible? Do you see how that's possible? All of this stuff that we're talking about, this is reasonable doubt. Okay? Don't go in there thinking that I'm going to change somebody. That's not what you're supposed to do. Listen, and then you present it as, look at what everyone's saying. These are plausible, right? I mean, maybe a couple won't be, and then they realize how just they're not. But all of this this is plausible. Does that prove here to all of us that this is what reasonable doubt is? And so I just wouldn't I don't need to make things get heated in there. I think that they do have a lot of listeners that are on the jury. And if they're listening to each other and they're validating what the others are saying, I think that the only question that somebody needs to ask in there is, see all of this right here? This is what reasonable doubt means. And that's why it's a reasonable doubt verdict, which is not guilty. There was reasonable doubt. Okay? The state's case is that Richard Allen's bridge guy abducted the girls, bridge guy killed the girls, right? That's how easy and slam dunk the state wants it to be. Well, did they prove that Richard Allen's bridge guy? Did they prove that bridge guy killed the girls? And did they prove that it happened and the girls were dead by 2:32, 3 o'clock? So, and I think that if you keep it to just what the state arrested Richard Allen off of in order to get his arrest, and why they arrested him, it has nothing to do with a word that he's ever said. Okay, so what did the state have? All right, in order to arrest him, and what did they build their case off of? Okay, because then all I would say in there is, you guys, if you want us to really focus on these confessions, right? Well, why did it have to be that these confessions had to come after a man was in solitary confinement for months and months and months? We watched the videos where he is emphatically denying anything to do with this, and just, there's no way that that's my bullet. I was not out there. This is just, it's not like it's his DNA, guys. All right. This is science. This is a study. So. I appreciate you guys all being here.
If you'd like to take a walk with me, that's where I'm about to go. How are you doing today?
Oh gosh, I feel privileged. Thank you so much, Gray Hughes, for coming on in here. How's your investigation going on the Sheldon Jeter Jr. Rachel Hondo case? How's that going over there? Thank you for being here, though. I must be that important. Appreciate it. Anyway. I'm just kind of shocked that somebody that supports the family as much as you say that you haven't made I don't know, any effort to come here and support them for somebody that was saying that the Delphi case is his case. So that's all. I've never said the words that Brian Culver is innocent. Go prove that to me on one of my shows.
I got one over there.
But also it says a lot that you must watch all my stuff. Again, I'm flattered.
It's over there.
Thank you. You're welcome. I know. I'm doing it because there is no cameras in that courtroom. Came out here numerous times over the weeks. Was in the courtroom taking hella notes and then making sure I got my notes from people that were in that courtroom 24/7 when I couldn't be. So. Woohoo! Kay Miller gets to 20 memberships. I hope Gray picks up one of those. I'm gonna ring my bell for that one. You can ring my bell.
With my phone, just
Oh,
like
it's
10 seconds, please. Or when they're busy.
Hold on one second. Let's see. Happy Veterans Day, 11/11. Woohoo! 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 Amelia, thank you so much for becoming a member. It would be pure poetic justice if Rick is released on Today of All Days. Thank you for the nonstop coverage, Lana. Your work ethic is insane. Thank you, A to Z. I appreciate that. Connie, thank you so much. Became a member. There was that. I was reading A to Z's comment. Connie, again, K Miller, coming with the 20 memberships. Connie, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much. Again, criminal justice system is has a thing, and it's called reasonable doubt. And we can't bail out. You know, our job as jurors, as citizens, aren't to bail out the state when they don't do their job. And you can say they couldn't possibly do the job because the guy is factually innocent, or they messed up the investigation. But the juror instructions were pretty telling when you read them, especially in Indiana. So. Caper Girl, good morning, Lana. Thank you for covering this case. Thank you. Here we go. Justice for Abby and Libby from the Crime Sleepers. Honor and respect to all the veterans. Absolutely. Love it. Just because Gray was here, he's Here's a spite super chat. Love you, Lana. Oh, thank you so much. That's funny. Free Sheldon Jeter Jr.
I'm here with Noe, and we just wanted to shout out Fishing. All the way to Ireland. All the way in Ireland. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Ireland.
Thanks for making it possible to be here. And just all your support. And everyone over there in Ireland, UK, wherever you're from over there. Thank you very much.
Yay! Cheers, Ireland.
Rock, man. Keep the Southern style.
Yeah. Free Sheldon Jeter Jr. Eighth Amendment matters. Good morning. Will today be the day? Praying for all families. All families. We are at, let's see. Get another timestamp going. I'll do a timeline. I'll go toe to toe with anybody in the facts of the case with the timeline. Sure. I think I'm a very respectful person.
Where's all my 90s kids?
Oh yes, Hacky. Were you hacking Hacky over there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I will.
We might have to.
Cold.
Right? I'm telling you, walking around, that's what keeps me warmer.
Yeah.
Then when I sit.
Yep. Is that the right one?
Andrea, great soul.
I've got one down here. They're good. Olivia and Abby.
Thank you for supporting, Lana. Thank you so much. Thank you, mods. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I know his opinion. The best part is when everybody has opinions and everybody can be, it's not about, I mean, I cheer on people's opinions. When you all agree, I mean, come on. Nothing to debate then. The real justice, or the injustice for Abby and Libby comes from this investigation. How this investigation was handled, that was the biggest disrespect to the girls that could have ever, and that was seen in this courtroom over 17 days. So every time that they were going out and doing interviews and talking about how many hours they're putting in and all the things that they were doing, and then you hear 7.5 years later what happened in that courtroom. It was all very interesting to see and hear, and report on that what was being said for all the years leading up into the 17 days of the evidence was the opposite, because if all of that was factually true and we would have had all the stuff and, maybe that there could be a guilty past, reasonable doubt, but there's just not. And there's no one to blame other than the investigation. So here it is, investigate the investigation. I don't believe that there should be sides. I believe that the prosecutors should want the truth for the girls, and therefore, if you were to come across stuff that, hey, look at what this defense, they coughed all this stuff up, like what's going on here, So then you have to ask yourself: do people have pride, and are they not getting off stuff because of pride, ego? I mean, or is it worse? Is it a cover-up? Either way, I don't know. My opinion just is that this case, just like Karen Reed case, at the very least, there's reasonable doubt. And I would hate to see that everybody have to go through this again. And that's what's going to happen if it's a hung jury or if he's found guilty. This is, in my opinion, going to happen all over again because of all the avenues at an appeal. So, I believe personally that Abby and Libby deserve way better. I'm laughing at the Nancy Grace thinks everyone is guilty. So again, guys, this is the only door that you can enter and exit Everybody else goes in over there. Um, so. I sold 12 micrograms this week, and it was, what'd you make, girl? What'd you make? Tell us what you made. What's up, Boston? How are you? Good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. We've had people watching from all over the United States, outside the United States. It's just been, it's awesome to see that so many people are invested in this case and what happens. And so kudos to everybody that kept this story in the limelight. I will slow down the chat. I can't do it here now, but I will slow it down for the next live that pops up here in a little bit when we check in around 10:30 or 11. Look at all the names of all the true crime or podcast people that have covered the case. I added, see, there's Michelle from Doug. I thought I made one for her too.
Okay.
Man, I wonder if somebody was to count all the signs, how many there would be in total. Over, under. I'd say at least 80. These are new. Abby, Libby, 213, 214. One of Abby's silly little drawings she used to draw. Always in our hearts.
Yes.
Lost but never forgotten. Oh. There was a softball that's out at the trail as well.
Anthony's doing something down the street. Down on the other side, I'm not sure what. So.
All right, guys, we've reached about an hour and 20 minutes. So we will check back in here in a little bit. Thank you for joining. We'll keep our eyes right there on this door. Check in with some other people. After more people get here, we'll bounce around, see what some people think. But it's a nice, quiet, calm morning. Thank you again for everybody that has fought for our country, has given up their life to go serve for all of us. So thank you. 1111, make a wish.
Not a problem.
Thank you, moderators. See you guys soon. Truth and Trans.